small forward. And shooting. Roberson. And the other guard position, Roberson.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, the process in Philly has finally started yielding.
They certainly can. Well done, D.A. Thank you. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And you can see how much his playmaking has improved in the past month. He's a different passer than he had been in the earlier part of the season. I'm sure his teammates love playing with him at the moment.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Nader in at the 3, the small forward. And for Philadelphia, down low, it's Harris and Horford. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Ben Simmons. Now here's Robertson. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Well, so often we see this transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Here's Paul. Mark, here we are in mid-season, and some teams have already exceeded early expectations, starting to show that they are the real deal.
Yeah, no fluke, and that's what we call validation. Again, you have such a long season early on. The schedule can work in your favor, but as we get to this point in the season, Kevin, teams are starting to show you who they really are, answering doubters, and it's got to be extremely satisfying when you prove folks wrong.
Absolutely. Now, here is Gallinari. Shot clock at 5. And Adams kicks to Robertson. Three-pointer. The shot will not fall. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And really just ran away with that one. Just a convincing, dominating performance in every facet.
Well, you expected them to have the advantage, but they didn't just win. They won this one big.
Now here's Paul. 9 points last game.
Confident and precise is exactly how Paul owns the mid-range area.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Good on the shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
The shot's good from Robertson.
You know, this is why they trust Paul to run the offense. I mean, he's so good at getting the ball to guys on time and on target.
And a dunk by Horford.
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
Well, he doesn't count on elevation or hang time, that's for sure, but he can still get it in the basket.
Here's Nader after the Sixers pick up 2. Pass to Paul, the 3. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I think the three-point shot is one of Paul's deadliest weapons. You got to chase him off the line.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, here's Robertson. Back to Paul. Over Simmons. Paul can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Horford against Adams. From the arc. Again, the miss by Paul. The 76ers lead. To the inside. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Yeah, that's a good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Robertson the pass to Adams. Gallinari in the corner. Back to Adams. Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Paul outside. From 12 feet out. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Philadelphia leading by 5. It's rebounded by Robertson.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
To the paint. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. And he banks in the layup. He's got 10.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now, here's Robertson. Guarded closely. So it's the Thunder now, trailing by 5. Pass to Nader. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense. High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
Here's Robertson. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Robertson finds Paul. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Paul's got 7.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
And so he makes both from the line.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Passes it to Gallinari. Here's Adams. Goes back up. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Philadelphia.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And the 76ers making a change here. Scott's checked in. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Harris looking it over. Lets it fly. They get it again. Scott. Adams, some nice D.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now here's Adams. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
So both teams making some changes here. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Taking a look at the Thunder. They've got Adams. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Nader in at the small forward. So it's Philadelphia now, following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Pulls up on the wing. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Love the burst to the hoop that Chris Paul has. If you're not on your toes, he will give you the blow-by and make you look bad.
And that one drops for him. 16 points for him.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Muscala. Here's Nader. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Cleveland.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line. Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Well, Thunder have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Muscala with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Clock at 4. Paul's shot is off.
He hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the 1 in the first.
Here's Bolden, and he goes in for the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Richardson covering. For Philadelphia, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
A big X factor for the Sixers, I think, will be the development of Ben Simmons' jump shot. He's got to become at least a threat as a perimeter shooter if they're going to have a chance to win it all.
For Philadelphia, they've gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way in. 22 points for him.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. He's been absolutely relentless.
And especially in the playoffs where teams really scheme for it, Simmons shooting can be a real problem for the Sixers.
Yeah, it's a major liability, guys. There's no denying it. For all of his wonderful ability and versatility, the fact that it's basically 4 on 5 when they're on offense with him on the floor is a problem in the playoffs. And you said it. When teams can lock into you, they're going to make you do what you're uncomfortable doing.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The shot by Nader, no good. The 76ers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Clark, if you were a coach on a team, what would you want to see from a guy by the end of his rookie season in the NBA?
You know, Kevin, I won't be specific because I think it's more general in my estimation. Owning his development, whatever that means, embracing how he's going to get better. If it's a particular area of the game, yes. But understanding the professionalism of work ethic and developing good habits and really owning that. That's what I would want to see.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. He's perfect from the line this time. And for the Thunder, one of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
And that one misses.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but
through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. And look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
Boy, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically packed it in.
One of the standout performers recently, we have a chance now to recognize the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
And having a small forward on the wing of his caliber just opens up so many things for your team. A lot of attention is paid to him, and with the stretch he's had, even more will be coming his way.
Now, here's Richardson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Houston.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Paul dishes to Adams. And there's the pass to Nader. Back to Adams. Pass to Nader. From deep. It's hauled in by the 76ers. The last encounter was in Oklahoma City, where they were able to handle the Thunder.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. And they ended up winning it going away.
So it's the Thunder now. 76ers getting the bucket. Here's Paul, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
Richardson left side. That 3 off the mark.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Ball against Simmons. To the middle, and stolen by Simmons. Here's Bolden. He's covered by Muscala. Bolden, good. Bolden's got 4 points in the quarter. And the Thunder with the possession here. Trailing by 2. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for. Now here's Paul. He's guarded closely. Here's the lob to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
Man, I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there. Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
And they double up Paul. Now, here's Robertson. D right on him. Down low, here's Adams. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Tobias Harris comes in for Jonah Bolden, and it's James Ennison for Josh Richardson. Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Paul. And Adams, no good on that one. we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader. As you well know, Kevin, we actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation. But I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf. Board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
He feeds it to Schroeder. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Schroeder's got 6.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Three-pointer. Thunder with the rebound. Noel's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Coach Brown Clark captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And, you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation. And I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
The Thunder leading by 3. Schroeder outside. Pass to Adams. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got 4 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Robertson.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
The 76ers making a switch here. Burks is checked in. Oklahoma City's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Just 4 seconds left here in the second. Here's Schroeder. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Schroeder's got the lead up to 5 now for the Thunder. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach, it's been back and forth.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The 76ers trail by 5. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. Then it's Simmons. Then it's Josh Richardson. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Nader, good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists in the game.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. You're much better off making him go to the line.
For Philadelphia, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Oklahoma City leading by 6. Passes it to Nader. Now Gallinari. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Now, here's Robertson. Richardson covering. Just 5 to shoot. Robertson kicks to Nader. Shoots. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. 76ers shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. It's good. He's got 34.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And the Thunder lead by 6. Harris inside. Gallinari on him. Harris's shot is off. Here's Paul. No good. This number 7, he's made 8 from the field.
Well, you know, sometimes I think we just take for granted how outstanding a passer Chris Paul is nowadays. I mean, this guy's averaged just under 10 assists a game for his career. Really one of the best point guards to play the position.
And we are talking about Chris Paul and his assist totals. His career numbers, Clark, are among the elite.
Yeah, they are, and it's clear. He's been outstanding for a long time, but he admits that he doesn't think he'll catch the record of John Stockton. But if he can stay healthy for a few more seasons, there's a really good chance he could end up in the top 5 all-time in assists.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Up top, Robertson. He's got 8. Adams, the pass to Paul. 13 feet away. It doesn't go for him. The 76ers trail by 4. Paul with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And the dunk by Robertson.
Whenever CP3 gets his hands on the ball, you know he's going to turn it up court right away. He loves initiating the break.
Inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And they double up Paul. Gallinari surveying the D. Clock at 6. And the pass to Robertson. Fires for 3. Paul's shot is off.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Saturday, they head out on the road and face the Mavericks in Dallas.
And for that matchup against the Nets, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
First one falls for him. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me. Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Tell you what, fellas, like seeing Harris be engaged from there. I mean, refusing to settle for the simple layup. Nice finish.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Ball against Simmons. And here is Paul. He's got 20. Paul is doubled. Kicks to Robertson. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Horford. 76ers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Gallinari dishes to Paul. Adams outside. Pass to Nader. Puts up a 3. Simmons pulls it in. The 76ers trail. Pulls up. Money from the wing. And he has 42. Oklahoma City has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And stolen by Richardson. Down low. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
We take a look at Harris. With the voting as it is now, it looks like he'll miss out on a spot in the starting lineup for the East.
Yeah, and not even in the top 10, but it shouldn't take away from what he's done this year. It's been a very good season for him.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. Timeout called the 76ers.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Al Horford. And Jonah Bolden subbed in for Richardson. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Muscala's checked in. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Adams.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
No good on the second free throw. And it's Paul with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by 1. It's deflected. The lead, good. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Gallinari passes to Paul. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. Kept alive. And Adams kicks to Paul. Over Simmons. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Thunder lead by 1. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Simmons against Paul. He kicks to Muscala, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
And checking out some numbers here for Harris. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. He's putting up 13 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Adams. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Mike Muscala. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Paul. And stolen by Simmons. On up the court. And got it! Another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Harris. Gallinari passes to Nader. Off the run, and the bank shot is good. Nader's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Bolden's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Nobody near Schroeder. No good on the 3.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Schroeder. Noel trying to break loose. Here's the break. Good on the bucket. And it's a 10-point 76ers lead.
You know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Gallinari right side, 14 feet away. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Philadelphia moving the ball around to the inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. First in field goal percentage, 12th in assists, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage.
Hey, just give Noel the rock in the post, and he knows what to do from there. Excellent presence in the low post.
And the basket is good. Holden's got the lead back up to 10 now for the 76ers.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Count the basket.
Boy, steady hands right there for Noel. You can try to knock this guy around, but at the end of the day, he's just got too much strength.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it.
And you know what, fellas? You got to really, really admire somebody with the confidence to even try a pass like that.
Worked that one inside nicely.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And some changes here for the 76ers. Scotty's checked in for Bolden. And it's Burke in for Ben Simmons. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. The 76ers in second.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Stolen away. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Gallinari outside. Here's Schroeder. The offensive rebound. Noel. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Harris.
And when it comes to the paint, Noel owns it. I mean, really takes on any defender head on. And as a result, gets a lot of foul calls because of his aggressiveness.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
The Thunder have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Both good from the line that time. Philadelphia leading by 12. Burke dishes to O'Quinn. To the paint. Got a piece of it, and he gets it back. Schroeder comes with the double team. Harris outside. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Thunder trailing by 12. To the middle. Here's Gallinari. Banked in off the glass. Gallinari's got 6.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
They get the rebound. Pass to Burke, and Philadelphia with another turnover here.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 14 points for him. Passes to Robertson. Oklahoma City moving it around. And it's Schroeder missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Josh Richardson's checked in for the 76ers. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gallinari outside. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. To the inside. Here's Schroeder. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
And so it's Philadelphia. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We'll return shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at the Thunder, Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward positions. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Noel in its center.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, number 35. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good.
Well, you have to like how he's challenging the defense now in the second half. Getting to the line for a lot of free throw opportunities.
Adams, he's checked in for Gallinari. And he makes both free throws. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there. Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Not a lot of room. Shoots over Burke. Offensive rebound. Adams' shot is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now.
especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Hall's checked in. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Shot on the wing. To the left wing. 18 feet out. The Thunder pull it in. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander feeds it to Noel. And Noel throws it down.
Simply got to love the way Noel finishes his dunks. I mean, so strong around the cup.
It's stolen by Adams. Robertson with it. Scott's there, and that one's good. Noel.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
The 76ers with another miss. Thunder trailing by 6. Here's Robertson. And the dunk by Robertson.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Well, it's a short list of point guards who are elite defenders, Clark, but Chris Paul is certainly on that list.
Well, you think about Chris Paul. In his younger days, Kevin, he was an absolute terror defensively. He could lock up any guard in the league. And even at his current age, as he's gotten older, he's still pretty stiff on the defensive end.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And here are the 76ers now. It's a one-point game. The pass to Scott, and stolen by Noel. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, finished off the break. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Robertson. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Horford. Scott with the ball. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And that sends Nerlens Noel to the free throw line. It's going to go on Trey Burke. And the 76ers making a change here. Simmons is checked in. And that one misses.
Boy, it's obvious that Noel has some nice leadership traits. He's energetic, he's positive. His teammates really gravitate to him and feed off his intensity.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Paul for 3. Offensive rebound.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
One shot.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And here are the 76ers now, trailing by 10. Horford against Adams, tries from 10. They shoot again, and Horford with the lay-in.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Horford.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Good on the second free throw. The 76ers trail by 9. Simmons on the wing. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Adams. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And the Thunder making a switch here. The Thunder leading by 11. Paul right side and stolen by Simmons. An even 3-on-3 break. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm. Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. When he's getting to a spot, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Robertson with it. Simmons is there. Paul kicks to Nader. Pass to Robertson. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Harris is checked in for Scott.
Your 76ers, Tobias Harris.
Here's Gallinari. Buries it down low. And the Thunder lead by 16.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
And he needs to find other ways to contribute besides shooting. Sometimes you have to learn how to play well when you're not playing well.
Here's Nader. And there's another one for the Thunder.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The Thunder leading by 18. On the wing, Robertson. Guarded by Simmons. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
What are you doing?
And it's Harris with the ball for the 76ers. And taken away by Paul. Gallinari with it. Outguarded by Simmons. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Molinari hits them both. Clark, last season we saw more of the global game series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt. About a week to 10 days where you're in another country, but it's great for the game and it's great for the fans in those countries.
Pass to Robertson, takes a three. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. From 13. From downtown. Good work defensively by Paul.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
Nader the pass to Paul. Paul is doubled. Poke loose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And what a passer Paul is. Exceptional at seeking out his guys and getting them into a rhythm.
Here's the floater. The rebound by Steven Adams. The Thunder leading by 20. Here's Gallinari. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Horford's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcast.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it. That's how they get on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Let me guess, you want an autograph?
Yeah, no.
You sure about that?
Yes, just get in there and answer some questions, all right?
Okay, cool. Hey, who do you want me to make the autograph out to?
Oh, I'm gonna kill you.
Hey, I'll see you in a few.
You were balling out there tonight, Che. Nice game.
Thanks, Vinny.
It's gotta sting a little bit when you're setting everyone up, but you just can't get over the hump. Is that on your teammates?
I mean, it always hurts to lose, Vinny, but it's not any one person's fault. And I gotta look at myself as much as anyone else. Did I make the right rotations on D? Did I take the open shots when I had them? Did I fill the right lane on a break? There's a million things that can go into every game, you know.
Sure, but you were working overtime to set your guys up. Does that mean you've got to be more selfish next time?
I don't know about all that, Vinny, man. I'll look at the tape with the coaches and see what we could have done better, you know? At the end of the day, we're just trying to take home that W for the fans. So whatever I gotta do to do that, that's what I'm gonna do.
Nice work on the boards tonight, Che.
Oh, right on, thanks.
Why do you think you guys weren't able to pick up the win, even though you gobbled up all those rebounds?
Bro, rebounding is just one part of the game, all right? It's important, but it's not everything. As far as why we didn't win tonight, I don't have a great answer for you. But we look at the tape and figure out a way to come out strong next time, all right? And bring home a W for